Oh, wow, that went a lot faster than normal. We're live.
And here we are. We're streaming. It's gonna stream and now feels so good.
So we got Wraith Chan, Kristen, and Helen.
All right. Hi, Wraith. Hi, Kristen. Hi, Helen. We are... No, that's not what I wanted. We're going to post a couple things on Facebook and Tumblr.
We are going to take a nap. That's what today's broadcast is all about.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool.
We got Wraith Chan, Kristen.
Control C. Control V. All right. Stream number 2 this Thursday.
Stream number 5,074,000,074.
Okay.
That's not an exaggeration.
Publish that. Publish this. It's 6 p.m. Let's party. Post. Okay. As I just kind of stated as I was typing a Tumblr post, it is now 6 p.m. January 21st, 2016. You're looking at ThorTV.
That's this guy right here.
And I'm Loki Hates You. We're here to answer your questions and generally complain about our lives. So if you don't like it, maybe you can get out. All right?
There's going to be a lot of complaining. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what we do best.
We got a couple gripes. We got a couple of cats. No matter what you're tuning in for, you can count on us to have both of those things. And, oh yeah, and then I gotta figure out how to get the chat room open. Yum, yum. Okay.
So how many questions were you bombarded with?
We've got at least a dozen.
Man.
Hold on. Something's frozen here for some reason.
Something's going on.
Are you frozen as well?
No. I can see me. You're frozen, though, and when it goes to you, I just get a black screen.
No. That's crazy. Oh wait, no, it's on my end. It's definitely on my end. Wait it out. Come on, pull through for me.
Are you having slow internet or?
I think it's Chrome that's crashing.
Chrome is crashing, everybody. Chrome is crashing.
Yeah, Chrome crasherations. I'm just gonna
Chrome crash. That's what they're gonna have to change their name to. Download Chrome crash today. Guaranteed to crash, and maybe your computer as well.
All right, I'm gonna reconnect. Give me just 1 minute.
Okay. So now I'm just here to entertain everybody all by myself, which is fine. Where's Karen? Is Karen in here? Karen, thank you. I have the thing. I'm using it right now. The little mixing board. It's so tiny. I had no idea it was going to be so tiny, but I needed something that was like the cheapest one I could possibly find that had phantom power. And that's this little guy right here. Look, he's so tiny. Here's Whittle. Well, that's to replace this big old hunk of junk thing that fried on me, along with this thing that's gone bad. So just all the stuff has gone bad. And I'm currently using, I've forgotten that like 8 years ago, I bought a studio microphone. So that's what I'm using right now. Or not a studio mic, I'm sorry, a stage mic. This is because at one point in time, I thought I was going to do a lot of singing and that I'd be up on stage singing. So I bought a nice microphone so I didn't have to use, at least the town that I was in, all the performances that I went to, they had really crappy mics, and I'd like the idea of having my own microphone because I'm the only one who's slobbering on that thing. It's just my germs. I'm not sharing other people's germs, and I know the microphone, so I'll know I would have something good. No, I'm not gonna sing for you guys. I saw him log in for a second. I think he logged into on a different account. Wait. Happy birthday, Heel. I'm missing part of the chat. I don't see that part. I don't know what's going on, but happy birthday to birthday today. Just turned 18. Okay. So happy birthday, Heel. Heel art. Why the spider? I'm not grabbing the spider anymore. That was a one-time deal. Yeah. Turning 18 doesn't automatically turn you into an adult. You don't just start acting. Send you a fresh. What do you mean send you a fresh link? But I'm 33 and have yet to figure out how to act like a correct adult. So good luck with that. The kitty. I think the kitty's outside. He likes to spend most of his time outside. The spider is currently in the house along with 3 other ones as well. But no spider. No spider for you. Hi, Sherry. Everybody likes the kitty, and some of you like the spider, which you're crazy if you like the spider. Companion cosplay. What are you up to? Do you have a broadcast going at some point today, tomorrow? I do. I live in a zoo. There's a lot of animals. You haven't even seen all of them. I'll have to show you more one of these days. Bill is definitely having some issues right now. He should restart his computer. Around 2 p.m. when? Tomorrow? 2 p.m. tomorrow you'll do one? Or did you do one today at 2 p.m.? This is true. Thank you, Dead Purple. I am truly the worst animal that lives here. The scariest one. Coffee is just Folgers. Dark roast or something like that. I actually like this one. It's I think it's called dark roast or black silk. That's what it's called. Black silk. It's a good one. Well, congratulations, Haley, on getting a new job. It's always exciting tomorrow at 2 p.m. with Tenant. You got Companion Cosplay doing a live thing. All right, that's good. This cough? No, this is just one out of the kitchen. All my Thor ones are dirty, so I'm just using a Christmas one right now because it's big. Maybe somebody made it. I don't know. Doesn't look like it. Get my stuff when Bill picks me up. Yeah, I won't be going directly to his house. He's actually going to come pick me up from the bus station tomorrow, and we're going to head directly to San Diego. So either he'll bring it with him, depending on, like, I don't know how big it is or what it is, but he'll probably just hold on to it. And then after the convention, when we come back, like Sunday nights, back to his house, then I'll be able to open it and see what that is. Yeah, this weekend we have Coslyceum Con in San Diego. So I'm leaving for San Diego tomorrow morning. And then I should be back Monday night at some point. But we're set up for a convention, and then and we got a booth there, and whatever other obligations that we have at the convention. We have 2 photo shoots set up that we have to go to locations for, and then a meeting to go to. So that's how that's going to play out. You're waiting for a doorbell. Or did you buy a doorbell, Dead Purple? Is that what's going on? You purchased a doorbell and you're waiting for it to come in the mail to you? Hosting the contest or judging the contest, or both? I don't make the best host, I don't think. I don't do a lot of talking. To get to Bill's by train, it usually costs like $75, 65, 75, somewhere in there. So it's not the worst. But you definitely have to keep an eye on your stuff. I've been concerned about it myself. Being on a train, you put all your luggage into one spot and people get on and off that train the whole time. And they're usually 2 stories. So you put everything down on the first story next to the door, and then, usually the elderly people sit on the first story, and then everyone else has to go up to the second story. So you leave all of your belongings right there where anyone can just grab it and walk off the train. And I've always been concerned about that. And it actually happened to somebody recently where she lost a big bag full of her costumes and makeup and wigs and everything she had to go to a convention. Somebody grabbed her bag on their way off the train. So there's definitely that. I mean, when it comes to cosplay, stuff really isn't really replaceable. A lot of that stuff is custom made. Amtrak. Are there any locomotives anymore? Do those still exist? I don't know. But yeah, we have Amtrak. And so that's what we use to get around. Helen Art commented, "How do I get to the live stream?" Are you not currently on the live stream? Or Heel Art. You should be on the live stream because you were just in here talking to us. So I don't know.
And started. Now we're live. Okay.
All right. So maybe it's a problem with my laptop.
It's a problem with your face.
Yeah, everything's a fucking problem with you, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so we'll run this until it crashes, and then I'll try to go back to my laptop. Let's start with some questions with no further delay.
But you got two screens on your microphone. I'm paying closer attention to it now.
I got two screens on my...
Well, you have the pop screen, and then you have the other... I don't know, is it considered a windscreen?
No, I mean, that's just the actual microphone itself.
Oh, okay. Oh, it just has like its own built-in screen thing on it.
Well, yeah, it's a studio mic. It's one of... It's like a...
Oh,
You got
okay.
the MXL 700 or whatever. That's what you're going to be getting. All right. So, okay. First question we got. Let's see what we got here. This is from Allison. Have you ever cheated on a test in school? And if so, have you ever been caught?
Nope, never cheated on a test. That's if I actually took the test.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm more likely to not take the test because I had no desire or care for anything in school.
You know, I don't think I ever cheated on a test necessarily. I had a religion, I don't know, catechism. We used to call it CCD. Basically, just church school. We'd have to go once a week and like hang out for an hour at the church. And there was and during the summer we had to go for these classes. And it led up to like this one final class, and then once you finished the final class, you could get confirmed, like you get your confirmation. And on the last class, I just took off. I just got on my bike and I left at lunch because I felt like it. And I was like, no one's even going to notice.
I got on my big wheel and I left.
I mean, I think I must have been like 14 or 15 at that point. But yeah, that's what I did. I got on my bike. I went home. And that was that. That was how I handled it. And they called my parents, and my dad, thank God, picked up the phone. And he's like, "Would you leave early?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "All right, well, they're mad. Don't tell your mother." And I'm like, "Okay." So that was the end of that. But other than that, there was no real cheating on any tests. I don't remember ever. I remember always having a pretty okay time with tests. Like I never really studied, but I never really had
Was
that.
there a test?
There were tests for the religious stuff, but nothing. It was usually like a little 10 questions stupid thing that we had literally just talked about, 20 minutes ago. So
God.
yeah,
It's horrible.
I don't know. It was tedious, but all in all, not super.
Just want to drill it into you.
Yeah, well, that's what my wife says. What?
That's not what she says. It's just what she does.
Shazam! Season 4 released March 4th. DVD, Blu-ray, meaning extra content. Weird. Okay, next question is... Man, am I really this bad at this? Okay. The other question, that was from Allison. This one is also from Allison. Have you ever had an embarrassing moment in front of your crush or someone of importance? So what do you think? Someone you had a crush on, you ever just find yourself super embarrassed in front of them?
Man, I wonder if I've done anything that I've been embarrassed about. That's gonna take some digging.
Yeah. The biggest crush the most long-standing crush that I remember ever having was in middle school. There was this girl named Nicole, and man, I just was nuts about Nicole, and I would have done anything just to be in the same room as her. Like, she was just everything I'd ever wanted. And I remember this was like right to like coming into middle school. Like, I don't know, this must have been 6th or 7th grade. It was right at the age where, like, if parents were going out of town or doing something for a night, it was.
Oh no, he froze. You can't freeze in the middle of a story. That's not acceptable. This is not how this works. Well, so as far as like doing anything embarrassing in front of someone, I haven't really necessarily been in front of them, but I have mailed a letter in middle school to another girl that I liked, and it had to be like 4 pages long. And I can't tell you anything what I actually said in that letter because I was 12, 13, somewhere in there. It was one of the most ridiculous things. So I just hope that it doesn't exist still, that letter has burned and died and will never be resurrected, because I can guarantee you it's embarrassing. But nothing in front of anyone that I can think of offhand. So Bill's probably going to have to restart his computer and get back in here again. There's been a lot of technical issues going on this whole week with me and equipment breaking. Bill's equipment. What, are you back on the laptop?
Yeah. I knew the other one was going to crash. I knew that was going to happen. The laptop takes a long time to restart, so that's why I even tried the other computer at all.
Why does that thing keep crashing?
I think what it is a problem with one of the hard drives I have in there. The operating system is installed on like a cheap solid state hard drive that I bought from Fry's. And I'm pretty sure there's an error, like there's some sort of actual physical error in that hard drive where whenever I do certain amounts of things that involve image processing and streaming at the same time, it just freezes, and it doesn't unfreeze ever. So that's
so a new hard drive.
I think what I can do is, the hard drive seems usable. Like, it doesn't actually, like, when I scan it, it doesn't actually like see any bad sectors on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to uninstall everything, take one of the other hard drives that's in there, install Windows on that, and then see if it'll run correctly. Which, I mean, is pretty much my only hope at this point. If that doesn't work, I don't know. It's got to be my motherboard, which wouldn't be out of the question because I did install that. I installed the processor and everything myself. So
I know. I watched you do it.
Yeah. Actually, that was my other computer, I think. Oh, no, wait. I don't know. Who cares? Anyways, so computer problems. But I was telling a story, had a crush on this girl in middle school. I told my best friend that I liked this girl. 2 weeks later, I found out he was dating the girl. And that was one of the weirdest times in my life. I got really confrontational with this kid that I was best friends with, and basically, I didn't like tell him, like, you know, hey, listen, I'm mad at you because you're dating this girl that I really like. But I would still hang out with him. And I remember one night we went to this thing, and she was there, and we all just kind of like, didn't really sneak away, but we were all hanging out somewhere, like in the parking lot of this place. He and I were going to head back to our neighborhood, and she was like saying goodbye to him. And at that point, they were dating. And before they left, he like he like kisses her, but he's like making out with her. And I remember I just fucking fell over. Like my heart just like broke in half, and I straight up just like fell on the ground. Like I think it was the first time I had ever seen two people my age kissing, like actually like kissing. And to have it be her in front of me was, it was like the worst night of my life. And while it's not embarrassing, I look back and I'm like, wow, I really could have like played my hand a little cooler at that point instead of falling straight down on my back like an asshole. But yeah, I did a bunch
In
of
front of
embarrassing.
him?
Yeah, I was standing there. We're having a conversation, all three of us. And then we're like, all right, we got to go. And he decides he's going to like make out with her a little bit before he leaves. And
Well, that stopped them from kissing, right?
no, it did not. They did not care about my reaction. So that was something that always comes to mind when people bring up like, oh, who's the girl that you liked?
Well, maybe they took it as a joke.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's what I was trying to do, was play it up as like, oh geez, you two get a room, like, but instead I was like, I want to fucking die right now. Like, this is the worst feeling I have ever had in my life. This was when I was about 13, Jazzy.
That seems to be the age, like between 12 to 14, 13, 14. Seems
Emotionally,
to be like,
I think 7th grade was the worst years of my life emotionally.
Yeah. Yep. I went through that. Huge crush to a girl who wouldn't even talk to me, wouldn't even look in my direction.
Do you remember doing anything particularly embarrassing in front of her?
Not in front of her. I was just telling everybody that I actually had mailed her a letter.
Oh, you've said that. You've mentioned that before.
Yeah, so that's fun. God, that should never, ever surface. Ever. It was 20 years ago. 20 years ago. God.
Now, though, you look back at it and it's a joke, you know?
It probably wouldn't be, though. Like, is probably a letter of sad desperation of a child who wanted to be loved by somebody who had no interest whatsoever. But I mean, I've seen her now, so I don't know. I'm thankful that we never got together.
Yeah. So not 2 years ago. No, Jazzy, it wasn't 2 years ago. So what was your proudest moment in embarrassing? All right, Chris, I'm gonna save your question until later. What else we got going on here?
And Chaco's making a joke.
So here is a very long question, and it basically is, would you do this for money kind of thing? Okay. Forgotten Ghostly on Tumblr asks, if someone offered you $1 million for each one of these things, would you take it or would you pass? And there are 7 different things. So we're talking about $7 million.
Okay.
Okay. Number 1, would you take $1 million, but every time you heard a dog, every time you hear a dog, person, or other bark. Oh, every time you hear any barking from a dog or a person even imitating a dog, you poop a little bit.
What?
Like you just poop your pants a little bit every time you hear a barking sound.
Well, these questions are getting fucking crazy.
Well, they know everything about us at this point. I mean, it's got to be weird rhetorical questions.
Jesus Christ.
The thing is, I love dogs.
Like, so every time you hear one bark?
Yeah, you just poop a little.
To maintain having that $1 million?
No, just to... you get the $1 million and then it's a curse. It's a curse that's put on your head.
So I just wear a diaper at all times?
I mean, yeah, you got $1 million. You can afford diapers.
This is weird.
Keep in mind, though, there's 6 other millions of dollars you can get.
Yeah. Well, maybe not. I mean, you hear dogs bark every single day.
Kristen, it stipulates you only poop a little bit. So, assuming that you've been eating enough fiber, it's like a little nugget. You drop that bad boy out, and then you go and empty the cargo hold afterwards.
That's gross. It's very inconvenient.
But I know with $1 million, I'd want to own a dog. Maybe I'd just get a very quiet dog.
A barkless dog. Just go around wearing headphones.
Yeah. Okay. I would say, God, that's a tough one because dog barking is pretty common.
And apparently so would pooping your pants.
Right. I'd imagine, too, every time there's an individual bark, you just do a little bit.
Oh,
so, like,
God.
if a dog barks, like, 1 million times a minute, like, you'd just be, like, pumping out tiny poop nuggets in your hand.
Your pants would be loaded in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm going to pass on that one because dog barking is too common. There's a lot of movies I wouldn't be able to watch.
A lot of dates you wouldn't be able to go on.
Yeah. Okay. Number 2. Every time you hear the happy birthday song, you have to eat the cake.
What? Just eat the whole cake?
I guess every time you hear the happy birthday song, you are going to uncontrollably shove your face in the birthday cake.
That would be actually pretty awesome. So, yeah, I'd go for that one.
Okay, I would also take that for $1 million. So
that'd be like, just have Tourette's or something.
So the two of us, given that offer at the same time, would later be in a room where we would both hear the same song happen, and we would just both smash our faces into a birthday cake. And hopefully it wouldn't end up being Lady and the Tramp style, with us just furiously making out with birthday cake between our mouths. Okay.
Just to like throw your hands in there and just be like shoveling it into your face.
Yeah, it would be crazy, and little kids would be very angry about it. Number 3, you get a dog that can talk, but it's invisible to everyone else.
So, but everybody else could hear the dog. It didn't say nobody else could hear the dog.
Doesn't exist in anyone else's mind, it can't be sensed by anyone else.
But it's a talking dog. So basically, I have an imaginary friend that happens to be a dog that talks. I go for
It's
it.
a dog. It's a talking dog. Nobody else knows it's there. But
I'm
you
good
think
for that.
Yeah, I'm down for that too. Because a talking dog would be, as long as he's not like the Son of Sam dog. Telling me to murder people.
No, I'm thinking more like Family Guy. Like it'd be Brian.
Yeah, but invisible Brian.
You can't. What do you mean you can't hear the dog?
They can't hear the dog.
Oh,
You
they
sense
can't. They couldn't hear the. Okay, yeah, right. We already went over that. All right.
that's worth $1 million to me.
Yeah. So now we have $2 million. It's great.
2 millions. Both of us are on the same page. Number 4, every time you see a sponge, you must eat it.
That's disgusting. No, so much bacteria and disgusting things are in a sponge.
A lot of sponges are straight up poisonous. Like that stuff. I mean, I know for a fact most of the sponges in my house are covered with like bleach residue. So I'd be dead within a year if that were the case with me.
Nope.
So no million on that one. Number 5, 1 in 10 chance of your clothing disappearing whenever. So let's say,
As long as I'm not arrested, like it's a thing. Like this guy's clothing disappears off his body occasionally. Sure, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, let's say 1 in 10 days.
Let's just hope it's not really cold outside. So
Yeah, that would be all right. Just have to have like a servant, a manservant or like always be near my car with like a suitcase in it full of clothes. Or always be with friends who are wearing like a long overcoat. So yeah, I'm not ashamed of you. What's that?
You should just have a trench coat with you.
Yeah, but I'd have to have somebody else carrying it for fear of it disappearing, even if it's just in my arms. Okay.
Besides actually being like chubby, I have no shame of running around naked.
I'd be like, yeah, what do you think I can get for it? You know?
$1 million is what I can get for it.
That's right. SpongeBob. Okay. So next up is. So what are we at? 3 million now?
Yep.
Okay. Number 6. when you sneeze, you teleport anywhere randomly.
Well, on Earth?
You don't know?
Holy shit. No, I don't want to teleport in space and die.
Yeah. Deep space is the main concern here. Inside of an active volcano, way below the surface of the ocean. Like, there's too many deadly places to end up with a random teleportation ability. So that one's a deal breaker. I think we're sticking with 3 million so far.
Yeah.
All right, final one, number 7. A random object stuck to you forever. You have a random object stuck to you forever. Now that's a tough one because you don't know how big and noticeable that object is.
It was like a penny.
Yeah, if it's a penny, like that's one thing, but if it's like a bowling statue or an automobile or like a living, like a piece of roadkill or something.
It only stink for a while.
Yeah.
What if it was your cat?
No! She needs her freedom and she hates being picked up. I think I'd pass on this one. I'd take my 3 million, pass up on 4 million to not have something.
As it is, our clothes randomly disappear whenever. We have invisible talking animals. And what else?
We have invisible talking animals, invisible talking dog, eating birthday cake uncontrollably.
Okay.
A
dildo stuck to your forehead.
Disappearing clothing.
Yeah. Disappearing clothing. Cake. What is up with my hair? Just this side just keep doing this weird shit.
They call me Cake Face McNaked Dog Talker.
Dildo stuck to your forehead. Isn't that's from a movie, Orgasmo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Love that movie.
I don't remember that one so much. Okay, moving. We got 22 minutes. Let's see if we can make a. Would you rather be a Viking or a pirate? This is from Jigsaw Lovely. Jigsaw Lovey.
Let's go with a Viking.
Agreed. If for no other reason, I think Vikings spent less time at sea, and
yeah.
I do not want scurvy. I do not want to.
Vikings were more of like conquerors and
than thieves.
Yeah. Like fighting was their life.
Yeah.
Rummaging villages. But pirates were more like sneaky and a lot of time at sea.
I just feel like pirates are scavengers and Vikings are more barbaric.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Pirates are more a scavenger.
Yeah, Viking life for me.
It's the Viking life for me. With your pirate song.
There's no Viking equivalent of Yar, I don't think.
Just
the berserker scream.
Battle axes in each hand.
Sam S on Tumblr asks, if you had the choice to record and have all your dreams, thoughts, and ideas on a disc, but you'd see the world in black and white, would you hit the button that would make that happen? You see the world in black and white, but you'd have a record of everything you've ever thought or dreamt.
I don't know if I can live without color.
Yeah, I think color is more valuable in any given moment than a documentation of. If it were that I was able to have a photographic instant recall, and like if I could retain knowledge and understand, comprehend knowledge instantly, that would be worth seeing the world in black and white.
Yep.
But if it's just that I have this endless book of like the things I've already thought about, like I don't care.
I called Ron, and Ron was out of town. He was coming back over the mountains, and so I kind of interspersed talking with him through the mountains.
So yeah, no, I'd rather see in color, unless I was trading that for exactly the same thing, a photographic memory.
Yeah, like it would have to be a much higher reward. I mean, sight, even giving up sight completely, there is a price that could maybe get me to do that, but having a CD with everything that I've ever, my limited knowledge on it isn't that valuable. Okay, Anonymous asks, 1, if you had the choice to have the power to heal anyone, but you would lose an hour off your lifespan every time you use that power, would you take it?
You lose an hour off of your lifespan?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. Yeah. I mean, you used your powers 100 times, you lose 4 days. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm same here. Like, I would use it judiciously.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. It's an hour.
I mean, honestly, there's statistics that say you lose an hour off your life every time you eat a piece of bacon. So, like, healing someone would be definitely worth it. All right. So we'd both take that one. And number 2 from Anonymous on that same question line would be, what would you think if your cat had kittens? Or in your case, what would you think if your dog had puppies?
My dog has had puppies before, and they all actually were stolen.
Stolen?
Yeah. They somehow got out of the backyard. Well, I don't know. I don't know how they would have gotten out of the backyard because all the backyards were connected to one another. So to get out of my backyard just meant the puppies would have ended up in somebody else's backyard, and then somebody else's backyard, and then somebody else's backyard before they would actually get out.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I ended up getting one of them back out of 6.
Oh, no. Well, at least if they were stolen, they got homes, right?
Yeah, somebody was selling them on Craigslist, and it was somebody right around the corner, and I walked over there and picked up the last one they had.
Are they purebreds?
This is mine. No, it was a Chihuahua Scottish Terrier. I can't imagine what they look like when they get older. I never got to see them.
I feel like at least they got put to homes. Like, if someone's gonna spend money on a dog, and like the fear is that they get stolen and like put in like a dog fighting pit. But Chihuahuas typically aren't really that good for that sort of thing.
Yeah,
I
no.
It's like weird bait dogs or something. Let's hope that
funny,
didn't
though.
happen. Oh
That'd
god.
be funny to have like fighting chihuahuas.
Well, I think what they can be used for is like, you know what? They were fine. They turned out fine. They all got sent off to,
They
nice.
all graduated high school, went to college, got degrees, and they're all doctors.
Man,
Right? Yeah.
little baby puppies. All right. If my cat had kittens, I would feel socially irresponsible. But I think she's had 2 litters of kittens before I got her. She keeps snuggling with my mouse and clicking on things.
Your cat. It's a bad kitty.
No, she's good. She's the pretty goodest. But she's a good. I think she's a good mother. Like there's a whole story about her. Whenever she hears kittens on TV, she like reacts to it. She feels sad when she hears kittens because she wants to take care of them. So yeah, I don't know. Having kittens, I wouldn't keep them. I definitely adopt them out if possible. I probably end up with
Should have beat their ass with a cactus, Candace says.
What?
I'll never forget that lesson. Oh, the people who took the dogs. The thing is, like, I don't think they came and took my dogs. I think that they just got out. And then, somebody saw the dogs, grabbed them, and, it was a crappy neighborhood. So it was just this young couple, and they just wanted to make money. So they grabbed the dog instead of trying to find who the dogs belonged to. They saw an opportunity to make money off of them instead. So
Right. Well,
that's all that was. What can you do? People need money.
Yeah. It saved you the process of adopting them out.
Yeah, it's true.
3 more questions from Anonymous. Would you rather have more time or more money?
As is, I have lots of time. I just don't utilize it very well. So definitely money would be a plus right now.
I mean, it would have to be a quantity. Like, we'd have to quantify it in some way where it's like, would you rather have 20 extra healthy years of your life, or like $1 million? But like, just generally more time or more money. Like, more time, I feel like if it doesn't come with some pretty big amendments to it, like, it's going to be good, it's going to be time that you enjoy in your life, then I'd rather take the money. But if it's going to be a small amount of money, then I don't care either way.
Yeah, it has to be a good amount of money.
Yeah.
That's why regular jobs have never really worked out so well, because the amount of money you make compared to the time that you give, I always feel that my time is more valuable than the money I receive for it. So it makes it difficult.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It's too vague of a question.
Yeah.
More money. More money is the
more money, more problems.
Is the more easily usable one, I think. 2, stranded on an island with the person you hate, or stranded alone?
I don't know. The person being stranded on an island with somebody I hated would be more entertaining.
I think I could overcome hate, because I don't really hate anyone all that much. The only person that I feel a strong negative feeling towards is one of my exes. And honestly, if we were stranded on an island together, there would be no one there for her to cheat on me with. So that would be kind of optimal. It's but yeah, like I'd rather have the help, because if survival is the issue, you're gonna do better with two than you are with one.
Are you? Or do you become the person providing for both?
I think the idea with an island situation is that there are resources. There's water. There's, you're up against the elements, but there's still things you can do to survive. And I'd rather have two people's knowledge and two people's hands working together than be completely alone and go slowly insane. There's sea turtles.
Feeling, excuse me. What? I'm missing so much of the conversation.
Yeah, there's a lot going on right now. Everyone's talking about eating the person you hate.
No, that's not good.
Okay, here's one that's pretty concrete. Would you cut your finger off for $50,000?
50,000? No.
50,000 is not enough. 50,000's like a mid-range sports car. Like 50,000 doesn't really get me far at all. So no fingers would be lost for $50,000. Now 50 million,
maybe.
Yeah, I'd go without a pinky for 50 million.
Yeah, I was gonna say they could take the right hand pinky.
Yeah. Cheating with one of the animals. What? I want to put my mouth near that SOB. Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, Kristen, we're assuming you can pick which finger.
I'm picking the finger. All right. My finger. I gotta pick it.
Christopher Torres asks, what's the proudest moment and the most embarrassing moment at a Comic-Con? I'm pretty sure we fielded this one both these a couple times before. Proudest moment at a con. I don't know. I think Nerdy New Year, right, doing karaoke before the countdown was honestly one of the best times I've had at a con. Nerdy New Year was a good time.
Nerdy New Year?
Mm-hmm. Cannibals won't eat clowns because they taste funny.
What?
I don't know. Everyone's talking about cannibalism.
Oh, great. You're all a bunch of freaks.
What do you think the proudest moment is that you've had at a con?
Oh, I don't know. Proudest moment at a con.
Who's the biggest celebrity you've gotten to meet, or the most honored you've been to meet someone at a con?
I guess the guy who played in Mortal Kombat. He was like the main villain guy. It's like, your soul is mine.
Shang Tsung.
Yeah. So I met him at my very first convention, and he came up behind me, and I wasn't dressed up. I was actually there to find somebody to make me a costume. And he came up behind me and put his hand on my shoulder and said, "You look like Thor." I'm like, thanks. So, and then we took a picture together, and he brought me over to his booth, and he signed a picture and gave it to me. So that was cool. It was a pretty good time.
Maybe he was trying to get in your pants.
Maybe.
What was the most embarrassing time you've ever had at a con?
I think it was back with those girls that, like, their mom or her mom, one of the girls' moms, there was these two teenage girls, and she wanted them to kiss my cheek on each side. And it was just like, there was so much awkwardness going on and silence. I'm like, how do I handle this right now? And I'm like, why don't you two pretend like you're kissing me on the cheek? So that way the mother could get the picture she wanted, kind of. So that solved the problem.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a time where I really do regret saying or doing something. I'm sure there's been some like fairly famous people that I've run into and just been like, "Hi, like you're a person," and they're like, "No, I'm like an actual thing," and I'm like, "Oh," but I don't remember it well enough.
Yeah, but who cares? People are people. This damn shirt is bugging me. Where the tags were.
No, get some tag problems.
Yeah, I pulled the tag off, but where the tag was is still kind of like scratching me.
Yeah.
You want to see my hammer? You really want to see it? There you go. Now you can see it. Dead purple. It's like, you look like Thor. Can I see your hammer? There you go. There's the hammer.
Yeah. What did happen?
Down the hammer.
20. Was that at a convention? No. All right. Yeah. I'm not too, I'm usually pretty unabashed about things at conventions. So, although there was that one time in Memphis where I went to play Smash Brothers. The kid went to take a controller out of my hand, and I like gave him a high five, thinking he was trying to like shake my hand. So stupid. Such an idiot moment for me. Oh God.
Not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I just felt really stupid about it. Like, I'm such a bad gamer, you know. I do really bad with socializing with gamers because they're like on point, and I'm like not in on the lingo or anything.
Yeah, no, neither am I. What is that?
That was my
Periscope.
Yeah. So, any closing comments in the last 3 minutes we've got?
Don't do drugs. Stay in school. Be positive. What other life advice can I give right now?
Yeah. Chris wants to know if I'm ever going to make a Rudolph Loki. Chris, that the costume's never going to happen.
What?
He found a picture of like Loki with like a photoshopped reindeer horns and like a red nose, and he's like, "You should do this costume." And I'm like, that is such an obscure like meme that, you know, it's probably got a couple 100,000 hits, but like it's not anything anyone's going to recognize. I mean, like people would get it, but it's not worth the investment to fabricate.
No, especially when you're dealing with stuff that's like fan art or fanfic, like trying to cosplay anything done by other fans. Nobody's going to get it. Maybe one person. I would actually be shocked and surprised if you did a Loki from anything other than the movies.
Yeah. I don't know. Like it could be worth the experience to make the costume and learn and stuff, but I'm not. Yeah, I just don't want to do that. I find a ton of Loki reindeer. Well, you know, do you find a ton of cosplayers who dress as reindeer Loki? Because I don't. It's like the way I'd want to do it. It would be a very large investment for a costume that I can only wear a couple times a year at the very most, and that I don't know. I wouldn't be that into it. Okay.
Don't have any spiders. They're not mine. I hate spiders. And it's V, by the way.
Yeah, for $1 million, I will hold 3 spiders. Yeah, that's no problem. So, either way, it's about time to sign off. I am going to head to a gathering tonight that may turn into a game night, may turn into nothing. So I'm going to start getting ready to do that. And I wish you guys...
jogging.
What's that?
Might go do some jogging.
Oh, that sounds nice. And then you're going to head over here in the early morning, right?
Yes, I am. Hopefully I can do some jogging down in that area, because that's going to be like 3 days of no Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So 4 days of not being able to go to the gym. I'm going to have to do something.
Yeah. All right. Well,
make you go jogging with me.
We'll do it. We'll do an unboxing tomorrow at some point. Guys, also keep an eye out tomorrow night for a stream from NerdCon. We're going to be having a NerdCon meeting that's going to be live on the internet. So go follow NerdCon on Facebook and Twitter and Tumblr and all that.
Yeah.
And you'll see us posting about our live stream. And we also got a couple packages that might not happen until we're back from Kazakhstan.
Yeah, I was just talking about that earlier when you were not on the stream, that we'd probably have to do those when we got back.
Yeah.
So that's what you're talking about is being streamed, is that thing tomorrow.
Yeah, it's the actual meeting.
Okay.
All right, but everybody have a good night. We're off. That's ThorTV.
That's me. That's guy.
And I'm Loki Hates You.
That's him. That's that guy.
We'll see you in just a little bit.
Okay, bye.